everyone, it's Paige, and today I'm going to be doing another cheer video, and this is going to be quick tips for tryouts. This video is a little bit late. I know most of you had already had high school tryouts. This is going to be for high school cheer. I have already done an all-star tryout video, which I will link below, but this is basically like, so you want to be a high school cheerleader. Here's some tips for becoming one, especially if you are going to try out for winter cheer. At my high school, we would always have two tryouts, one for fall and one for winter cheer, and you may even have a spring session as well. Here are some quick tips to help you make the cheerleading team. The first thing is to ask yourself if you have the personality of a cheerleader. Now, not the peppy, dumb, you know, whatever, woo, yeah, not that kind of personality. Are you a leader? Do you want to be in front of a bunch of people cheering for a sports team? If you're really not interested in sports at all, you're going to have to be watching a lot of it. So is that something you're interested in? Do you want to be with a bunch of girls? There may be guys on the team and there may not be. Have you ever done any sort of gymnastics or anything like that? And in your heart, do you really want to be a cheerleader? Ask yourself that question before you even sign up for a tryout. Okay, one of my #1 tips is stretch, especially if you want to be a flyer. Stretching is key. You want to look up any sort of body positions online and try to stretch for them. You know, do all of your splits, stretch your back out, just stretch every single day because that's really going to help your jumps. If you do tumbling, you're tumbling, and if you're trying out for a flyer, that will really help all of those things. If you don't have a gym or anything near you, definitely just do it at home. There's plenty of stretching videos here on YouTube and just regular little picture tutorials online. Another thing is practice jumps. I would practice a toe touch, right and left hurdlers, herkies if you do them. At my school we didn't, pikes, and front hurdlers, both right and left. We also sometimes did double nines, but that's not really a thing anymore, so you can practice those if you want. Definitely practice at home, practice with your friends, just really practice your jumps because for a lot of people those are the hardest thing and that may make or break your tryout. If you're required to tumble for your cheerleading team and you've never tumbled before, try and take some classes before, you know, a couple months before at your local all-star gym or your gymnastics gym. They should have a basic tumbling class, and that'll really help you get things like back walkovers, back handsprings, and running passes like round off back handsprings, round off back handspring tuck, etc., you know, all of those. But if your cheer team does not require you to do tumbling, then you really don't have to do that step. But it is very helpful to have tumbling if your cheer team would rather have tumbling, obviously. So definitely check out some classes at your local all-star gym and try and get into those a little bit before you try out so that you have something basic just like a back handspring. Another thing is practice your voice. If you are a very meek, you know, mellow, kind of soft-spoken person, you really want to practice yelling those cheers that you're given and just yelling at yourself in the mirror basically, because you gotta be loud to yell to all those people out on the football field or in the gym for basketball. So just look up some random cheers online and practice them. Practice your loud voice, practice your cheer voice basically. Don't scream. Definitely work on your voice down from your diaphragm and from your stomach. Don't try and yell a bunch up here in your chest because that is really going to hurt you. And practicing your voice from your diaphragm and from your stomach is really going to make you louder and clearer. While you're yelling in the mirror, make sure to practice your facials because that's something that's really going to help your tryout. If you're bright and fun and you have all of these different faces that you make, okay, not that face. Practice being bright and awake and making your face super inviting and fun to watch. Another thing that we had to do for my tryout, I'm not sure if you have to do this for yours, but we had to rally after everything. So like, go Chieftains, come on River, let's go. Come on Purple and Gold, can't hear your crowd. Something like that. Obviously not in the voice that I did it. But we had to do that after everything, after each jump, after our dance, after our cheer and our chant and all of that. So practice doing that at home because it's going to feel super, super awkward when you first start. You're going to be like, yeah, go Cougars, woo. go Patriots, yeah, yeah. And you're gonna be like super awkward. Practice at home so it comes super natural when you're actually there at tryouts. And finally, the last thing is be friendly, be outgoing at your tryout, be nice to everybody because you never know who's gonna be on your team and you don't wanna make enemies right at the tryout. Be very nice to the coaches, don't like suck up to them, but just be friendly and show that you are able to work with everybody, every person in the room, because you never know who's going to be on the team with you. If you're just kind of quiet and you don't interact with anybody, well, that shows that you're not really able to work in a team. And if you're rude to people, they're obviously not going to put you on the team because they don't want someone who's going to make drama on the team. Just make sure that you are outgoing and friendly to everybody at the tryout. So those are just some quick tips for high school cheer tryouts. I really hope these helped you. If you have any other questions or anything at all about high school cheer tryouts or high school cheer in general, definitely put those down below and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. Also make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing if you had. It really helps me a lot and it really means so much to me. So if you subscribe, then double thumbs up for you. Again, any questions or requests, put those down below and I will talk to you guys in my next video.